Good evening, welcome to South East Today. I'm Piers Hopkirk. In 20 cities across the UK today, marchers have been taking to the streets to highlight women's rights across the globe. From Edinburgh to Belfast, Cardiff to Canterbury, thousands joined the UK Women's Rights March. It aims to highlight issues from reproductive rights to violence against women and girls. Peter Whittlesey joined marchers in Brighton.
Marching in solidarity of oppressed women around the world. Those attending this rally in Brighton are also keen to highlight issues closer to home, like violence against women and girls.
For me personally, the thing that comes to my mind first would be the amount of women who have experienced sexual violence. And I think, when you look at the statistics, it's something like 1 in 4, 1 in 5 women have experienced that. So it's someone it's someone close to you. It's a mother, a sister, a friend, a daughter.
The Women's March movement started in the United States as a reaction to Donald Trump's election 8 years ago. His re-election, equality and safety of women are among the reasons some have joined today's rally.
Why I'm on the marches because I'm petrified about Trump taking charge in the White House and all the things that he stands for.
Violence against women is sadly normalised and we need to fight back and stop that from happening.
If you ask any woman, she'll probably have some sort of story about harassment or mansplaining or even something worse as maybe assault.
The vast majority of those marching today were women, but men were also here because they believe in the cause.
I think there's a great trend of a quite reactionary, toxic masculinity. It's terrible.
My eldest 17, and I walk her to her friends' houses, to the train station. We drive her places because I don't feel safe with her being out after dark.
In response to today's marches, the government says it will support women's rights organisations at the forefront of gender equality, adding it's treating tackling violence against women and girls as a national emergency. Peter Whittlesey, BBC South East Today, Brighton.
A woman's been arrested for attempted murder following an assault in Dover. The victim was attacked with a large kitchen knife as she was walking along Biggin Street last night. Security staff at a nearby pub intervened and managed to disarm the suspect. A man who arranged to meet a child for sex in Gravesend has been jailed for more than 6 years following an operation by Kent Police's paedophile online investigation team. Jayron Cademan sent a series of internet messages to arrange a meeting with the child last October. When he arrived, though, he was arrested by police. A case of avian influenza has been confirmed in poultry at premises at Udimore near Rye. All poultry there will be humanely culled, and DEFRA has set up a 3-kilometre protection zone around the premises. A woman from Kent's been banned from keeping dogs for life. Tanya Abalaf from Woolden near Rochester pleaded guilty to causing unnecessary suffering to a bulldog called Caesar. Magistrates heard she'd failed to provide adequate nutrition and veterinary treatment. Now, you've heard of Dry January. Now, how about a club with no alcohol in sight? The so-called Sober Rave in Brighton's the brainchild of Monica and Christina Zammit. They're launching alcohol-free dance events for people who may not always feel comfortable in typical club settings. The first takes place tonight. On to football now, and Brighton women lost 2-1 to Liverpool in the Women's Super League last night. Nikita Paris equalised for Brighton, but they were undone by a late own goal from Joralyn Carabao. Meanwhile, in the men's game in League One, Crawley Town drew 1-1 with Burton Albion, and in League Two, Gillingham lost 1-0 to Doncaster Rovers. And now the weather with Kate Kinsella.
Good evening. It has been a grey, overcast and cold day today, and conditions don't really change overnight. It's staying cloudy and it's staying cold. Now the wind is light, the cloud thick enough to produce maybe a spot or two of drizzle, which means because the temperature dropping down to 0, we could get 1 or 2 snow grains mixed in, but not guaranteed. It's largely dry, minimum down to 0. For tomorrow, it is going to be a chilly start to Sunday. Again, any mist, if it lifts, it's going to be lifting into cloud. Very little in the way of brightness on Sunday, but it should stay dry. The wind's still light, the temperature's struggling between 1 and 5 Celsius, the maximum. Now, as we head into next week, very little changes for Monday. It's staying largely cloudy, but perhaps the temperature just a degree or 2 higher. Towards the end of next week, it is going to turn a little more unsettled.
That's all from the Saturday team. We're back around the same time tomorrow. Until then, have a very good evening. Goodbye.